What's the matter here? What's the matter here? What's the matter here? What's the matter here? What's the matter here?
What thunder and jet snow the sky is chicken gray and cheerful. Hi! Over the world of vertical climb, and once again you'll know it's time for the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle friends. Starring the superstar Olympic speedster Rocky J. Squirrel with his pal Bullwinkle the Moose and a host of others.
Come on, Bullwinkle, the show's about to start!
I'm coming as fast as I can!
Wave to the people! We've got a really great show for you, so come along and join the fun!
Fun? Where?
Right here, Bullwinkle, on this stage!
What, in front of those people?
Well, yeah, who else is gonna laugh at your jokes and applaud at the end?
Oh, good point.
And so our story
Wait,
begins.
hold on a sec. I forgot my first line. Let me see the script.
She's just the narrator, Bullwinkle. She needs it to tell the story.
Story? You mean we're going on another adventure?
Yes, everybody's waiting, so let's get started.
And our story opens.
Hold on a sec.
What is it now?
An actor must prepare, clear one's mind of all thoughts, in order to fully become the character they are to portray.
But, Bullwinkle, you're playing yourself.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that yet. Okay, Miss Narrator, let's go.
Finally. Our story opens today on the campus of a large Minnesota college, the University of Wossamotta. Inside the administration building, an important meeting is taking place.
I don't want to alarm you, but it looks like a disaster for Wossamotta U.
How did this happen?
What did he say?
The chancellor said we're facing disaster.
Say what? Disaster. I don't know the words. How about Camptown races instead?
Unless we do something quickly, we will meet our doom.
What did he say?
Doom, doom,
Camptown ladies, sing this song. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Please, this is no time for levity. Our enrollment has dropped 80%, and our buildings are crumbling away.
How about giving a non-award degree to SpongeBob SquarePants?
You mean he's only a make-believe character?
You mean we're real?
And what's even worse, they're taking the Pepsi machine out of the faculty lounge.
Oh,
horror!
So why?
The answer is simple. What does every successful university have that we don't?
wealthy alumni?
Central air conditioning? The aggressive building?
No, a successful football team.
Do we even have a football team?
Yes, Wossamotta U did have a team of sorts, but they haven't scored a goal in 22 years.
And it's time we did.
Oh, I don't know. Seems a shame to spoil a perfect record like that.
But Coach Reba Knute had something to say about that.
I move we get the best football team money can buy.
Here, here.
But how will we pay for it?
How else? We'll fire a few language teachers.
Yeah, who needs them? We all speak English already.
Some of us do anyways.
Are you insinuating that I'm dumb?
That's your what?
Dumb!
Going to run all night, going to run all day.
And so it was settled. 5 professors were sacked, and 5 football scouts were fired.
Alright, fellas, I want you to comb the countryside, scour the cities, and beat the bushes.
Why beat the bushes?
Because the type of fellas we're looking for are probably living in them. Now go on.
The scouts sought high and low for candidates for football glory. They poked into every nook and cranny in the state. A couple even went further than that, and they got completely lost. And as a result, wound up in Frostbite Falls, where, as fate would have it, Rocky Squirrel chose that moment to say,
Gosh, Bullwinkle, I'm making a salami souffle and I'm all out of wiffle powder.
Dad, this is fraught with portent.
What's fraught with portent?
This picture here, that's Eddie Fraught and George Portent. Nice feathers.
Bullwinkle, I need to get down to the store and back before the salami souffle flops.
Stop snuffling and speak up.
Give me a hand, Bullwinkle.
Delighted.
Allie!
Yup.
and propelled by mighty muscle, Rocky flashed clear to town, into the stretch start back to the said Jack Robinson.
Jack Robinson!
Here I am!
By golly, I'm not ahead at that time.
Of course, all of this hadn't gone unnoticed.
No, this means Chauncey.
Certainly, a fluffy souffle.
No, it means we found the football sensation of the year.
He's the wrong shape for a football, and look at that tail.
Not the swirl, the moose.
He's just the wrong shape for a football.
But he's the right shape for a passer. Come on.
And the 2 scouts dashed the Bullwinkle pen in hand.
Sign here, fella.
It's a college scholarship.
A scholarship?
Certainly.
I can see at a glance you're brainy.
Yeah.
You're intelligent.
Yeah.
You're brilliant.
Uh-huh.
So then why don't you sign?
I forgot how to make the B.
those are?
Laurel and Hardy.
No.
Sunny and Cher.
No.
Null and Void. Partly Sunny and Oberlin.
They're football scouts, gosh dang it!
Hot diggity!
Go on, sign.
X? Bullwinkle, you know how to spell your name.
But I don't want to look like a show-off.
But that's not...
Humble, that's me.
Yeah, but...
Mr. Modesty, when it comes to humility, I'm the greatest.
So I see.
And so it came to pass that a few days later, Bullwinkle and Moose arrived on the campus of a large at the campus of Wossamotta U.
Whoa, it's like a beautiful dream, Rock. There must be a catch in it somewhere.
Do you have everything you need, Bullwinkle?
Well, I got my official school t-shirt, I got my phone, I got my dorm key. Oh, I must have forgot my wallet somewhere.
Do you have your textbooks?
Don't bother me with the details, Rock.
Mr. Moose, I'm your counselor. Not about your classes.
Oh, I just wear them to read.
No, your classes.
I gotta go to classes?
Of course.
I told you there was a catch in it somewhere.
Now I suggest you take Introduction to Chemical Kinetics, Differential Calculus, and History of the Peloponnesian Wars.
Take them! I can't even pronounce them!
Boy, they sound tough.
I'll never have time to play football now.
Oh, you're a football player?
Yes, the first bite falls flesh!
Then you'll just take the regular classes for an athletic scholarship.
Which are?
Personal grooming, crocheting, and reading modern classics.
Wait, the last one sounds tough. What modern classic do I have to read?
Green eggs and ham.
Well, that's more like it.
How are you making out, Flash?
Just dandy food, Mr. Scout.
Well, this is our coach, Reba Canoe.
Put her there, pal. You ready for the gridiron?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Better suit up, Moose. Let's see that arm of yours.
I hope you have a uniform and a moose size, Coach Canoe.
Yeah, you got anything in the size 22?
Let's see you throw one, Moose.
Throw a game already? I haven't even started practicing yet.
Not a game, not yet. A pass. Let's see you throw a forward pass.
Okay.
And Bullwinkle fainted that, cocked his arm and fired a forward pass that traveled a miserable 10 feet and fell to the ground.
That's a forward pass.
It went forward, didn't it?
That's it, Moose. Turn to your suit.
Why?
Hold on, Coach. I think I know what's wrong here. Just let me center the ball.
Down, say hut.
Now, Bullwinkle. Alley.
Yoop.
And it was the alley-oop that did it. The ball zoomed into the air, down the field, over the goalpost, and out of the stadium, across the campus, and towards the administration building.
Now, Chancellor, this here building will cost you only $7 million, and we can start building on.
Well, that's a lot of money, Mr. Herdlicker. What's that?
It's a football!
Well, how'd it get through that window?
Offhand, I would say it's thrown here by a new quarterback.
Well, don't just stand here, Herdlicker. Build something.
And immediately work started in a brand new stadium for Wossamotta U. While on the practice field, Rocky and Bullwinkle worked out with the rest of the team.
Alley.
Yoop.
Gosh, Bullwinkle, not so hard. That's the third pass receiver we've lost today.
We don't lose them, we just pick them up in the next county.
But passing wasn't Bullwinkle's only football talent. When he put his head down in charge, he could take out a whole side of the opposing line.
That's what I like, a player that uses his head.
He's good for getting hats on, too.
Game time for Wossamotta U's first game with K-State Wildcats. It wasn't a game, it was a slaughter.
Down, say hut.
Alley.
Yoop. Down, say hut.
Alley.
A minute before the end of the game, Wossamotta U leading 66-0. And when the game was over, a big upset like that did not go unnoticed.
Whoa, look at what the newspapers say about the game, Rock.
Women's club hosts pancake feed?
No, down here.
Livestock and trade show?
No. Right here. Wossamotta U 90, Nebraska Cornhusker 0.
It says here that next week you play the Kansas Jayhawks.
Must have been a little mix-up in the schedule there.
And it came to pass that Wossamotta U was the only team in the nation which was undefeated. But every silver lining has a dark cloud. For in a downtown back alleyway in a large city, some professional gamblers were posting bets on next week's game.
Oh boy, Natasha, you see the odds on the Wossamotta U? 200 to 1.
Incredible.
Well, Natasha, this is it. This is the time for me to turn over a new leaf.
What?
You know how I am, honey bun. Always destroying things, wrecking them, smashing them up.
Yes?
Well, now, I'm going to do just the opposite of breaking things.
Boris, why are you smiling that sneaky little smile?
Yes, I'm going to fix a game.
You don't mean...
I almost can throw a pass, but I wonder, can I throw a whole game?
Well, it wasn't all cleats and shoulder pads for our heroes. Eager to make good grades, they really had to burn the midnight oil.
How come we're burning the midnight oil, Rock?
They turned the electricity off at 10 o'clock. What you got there, Bullwinkle?
Oh, I'm just studying for a test.
In what class?
Advanced crocheting.
But why are you crocheting so fast?
I'm cramming.
But little did Bullwinkle know, on the opposite end of campus, those two good no-nicks, Boris, Badenov, and Natasha Fatale, were also cramming for a sinister scheme to steal Bullwinkle's sudden success.
Well, Natasha, it's great to be back on the campus.
Back? Boris, you went to college? You went to Penn State?
No, State Penn.
But Boris, how are we going to convince Moose he should lose a football game?
We got secret weapon, honey bun.
Oh, I love secrets. Let's see.
Here is secret weapon.
Boris, it's me.
And thus it was the next day when Bullwinkle and Rocky left for the practice field, they were confronted by a weeping figure.
Hold it, Bullwinkle. That sounds like a lady in distress.
So?
Didn't you read the Hero's Handbook?
No, I can never get past the picture of General George Washington in Chapter 1.
Well, Chapter 2 says to always help a lady in distress.
Hey, lady, are you in distress?
Distress, dog stress. Who cares? I'm distraught.
Do we help ladies in distraught?
What's the trouble? It's about the next Saturday's game. Against the Kansas Jayhawks?
Don't worry, we're gonna murder them.
That's just the thing. My little brother is on that team. Gee, your brother? Crazy legs Kropotski. And if they don't win on Saturday, he'll be thrown off as a team.
Yikes.
Gee. They'll take away his varsity jacket.
And it's turning cool, too.
They won't even let him watch Dancing with the Stars if they lose.
Is there no pity anywhere?
But maybe you could see to it that they win next Saturday.
Why not?
Bullwinkle, you can't do that.
Why not?
Well, didn't you read Chapter 3 of the Hero's Handbook? It says to never throw away a game.
Well, you read your chapters, and I'll read mine. What was that you called me, Missy?
A great, big, wonderful schmuck. I mean moose.
Now that's better.
Now Boris and I will finally be able to kill the moose!
As Bullwinkle following the Boris and Natasha's vile scheme so quickly, be with us next time for Standing Room Only, or Bullwinkle Sells Out. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful but wicked queen. This queen would stand before her mirrors for hours admiring herself. It was a very special kind of mirror.
Mirror, mirror, coin machine. Am I still the cutest queen?
You're still the best, but wise up fast. Snow White will soon go whizzing past.
Snow White? Where can I find her?
With dwarfs she dwells, those sawed-off mugs, and by the way, stop using slugs.
And the queen got a poison apple to take to Snow White, an apple that would make her a victim of sleeping death. A little while later, the queen was approaching the quaint old house of the 7 dwarves. It wasn't very difficult to find. Inside the house, a plan was taking shape.
That's it, boys. Look sharp. This could be a gold mine, a veritable gold mine. Well, well, welcome to the Seven Dwarfs Health Club. Build it up, take it off, make it firm. That's what I always say. Sign here for the lifetime membership. Will you do that?
Wait a minute. Where's Snow White? I have a little something for her. As soon as she eats it, I'll be the fairest in the land.
Dear lady, did you know you could be the fairest in the land forever?
Forever? How?
The Seven Dwarfs Health Club, of course.
7 dwarfs? I only see 6. Are you sure I can say the fairest?
Come on, now would I kid a queen?
The vain queen was so desperate to say the fairest that she signed the contract and gave her crown as payment. Then one day, several weeks later,
Mirror, mirror, put me straight. Snow White or me? Now who's first rate?
Good kid you are, and rather sweet, but Snow White's the one. She's got you beat.
So once again, the queen got a poison apple and went to the 7 dwarfs' house to find Snow White. This time, the dwarves had a brand new enterprise.
Welcome to the Seven Dwarfs Dance Studio. Walk in, samba out.
Never mind that. Is Snow White here?
And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2.
Cut that out! Where's Snow White?
Never heard of her. Put a little fun in your life. Try dancing.
And who's this big guy? I thought you were all dwarves.
Shh! He's got glam trouble. It's nothing to laugh at. Now this is for a lifetime membership to the Seven Dwarfs Dance Studio.
Sure enough, this time the queen traded all her jewels to the dwarves, and some weeks later...
Mirror, mirror, 1, 2, 3. Is there one as fair as me?
Fair at what? Not dancing? I'm afraid. Snow White now leads in every way.
The queen was slipping fast.
All right, where's Snow White?
Would you look at that posture?
And that hair.
And my dear, those clothes.
No good?
If you want to be the fairest in the land, you'll need a lifetime membership to the Seven Dwarfs Charm School.
Fairest in the land, eh? How much?
And this time, the queen gave the Detour Castle to the dwarves. So when she returned, it was to an empty lot.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
I know. Snow White at Thor's place in that order.
Listen, wise guy. Snow White is not the dwarf's place where you keep sending me.
With dwarfs she dwells.
All right, I'll show you. See? No Snow White here, just dwarfs.
Would you look at that poor woman?
A B1 deficiency.
Now how can you ever hope to be the fairest in the land with an improper diet?
Improper diet?
No almonds or cashews.
No yogurt. No wheat germ.
But I have nothing left to pay for anything.
You need a lifetime membership to the... Wait, what?
Just this mirror, that's all.
That's it? Alright, we'll take it. And your health food plan starts by eating all these apples.
And so the wicked queen ended up with nothing but all her own poisoned apples. Suddenly...
Pardon me, do you have a pay mirror I could use?
Right here, and try and keep your call under 5 minutes or less.
Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?
Snow White is the fairest one, but getting there is half the fun.
Oh, goody, goody, that's me. I'm Snow White.
What? There really is a Snow White? Get ready, boys. We got another customer. If you want to be the fairest in the land, you'll need a lifetime membership to the Seven Dwarfs Health Club.
7 dwarfs? I only see 6. Isn't there a 7th one?
Why, certainly. Meet Max. He has the most important job in our whole operation.
Yeah, and boys and stuffy in there.
Continues to roll like a juggernaut over its opponents, sparked by the flashing passing combination of Rocky Squirrel and Bullwinkle Moose. But Boris Badenov, against all common sense, is betting heavily against Wossamotta and has hatched a fiendish plan to force Bullwinkle and the team to play a losing hand, thanks to the sinister sobs of his accomplice, Natasha Fatale, who convinced Bullwinkle that her brother was on the Jayhawks football team.
And if they don't win on Saturday, he'll be thrown off the team.
Never fear, Miriam dear.
Oh, poetry. I love a mousse of culture.
I am that too. To be or not to be.
Bullwinkle, I don't think she even has a brother.
Yeah, but she sure has long eyelashes.
She's trying to trick you.
Rock, I'm surprised.
If she does have a football player for a brother, then where is he? Where is this crazy legs Kropotski?
You cold?
Are you crazy legs Kropotski?
Just look.
Yep, those sure are crazy legs.
Well, that did it. The following Saturday, Bullwinkle just wasn't playing his usual game. At the end of the 3 quarters, the score was still 0-0.
Down, see it?
Bullwinkle, you fumbled the ball!
As a matter of fact, the only reason why Jayhawks hadn't scored the goal is that they're almost as bad as Wossamotta U.
2, 99, 4,
Bullwinkle, I missed him!
And he was too, but unfortunately, in donning his uniform, Wizard had inadvertently tied together the laces of his right and left shoes. As a result,
golly, that's a lucky break.
I bet those eyelashes are 3 inches long.
Hey, you know who we haven't seen on the field yet?
Tom Brady?
No, Crazy Legs Kropotski.
I bet those eyelashes are 4 inches long.
What are?
Miriam's eyelashes, see? She's up in the stadium.
And look who's beside her.
And sure enough, there said Miriam Kropotski.
Or as you know her as Natasha Fatale.
Was sitting in the stands cheering for Jayhawks.
Kill the moves!
And look who's beside her.
Crazy Legs!
It was a trick. Come on, Bullwinkle, let's go.
Down, say hut.
Now, Bullwinkle.
I'll get you, Crazy Legs!
Bullwinkle, no, you run it the wrong way.
Nobody makes a monkey's uncle out of Bullwinkle, J. Moose.
Yes, by now the mighty Moose stood at the 1-foot line, 12 inches away from scoring the winning goal for his opponents.
Bye-bye, bird brain.
Yes, Boris popped in the side clear at the other end of the stadium. Things were happening fast and furious.
I'm fast and he's furious.
So angry was Bullwinkle that he looked around for something to throw at the fleeing Boris. There was only one thing handy, the football, and he hurled it. But just as it reached the end zone, a furious shriek intercepted it. It was a touchdown! Final score, Wossamotta U 6, Kansas 0.
Let this be a lesson to you, Bullwinkle. Always play your best game, no matter what the provocation.
Yeah, what the provocation, I always say.
As a result of Bullwinkle's performance, Wossamotta became the top-ranked team in the country. Their new stadium was packed every weekend with thousands of fans. Wossamotta was making money hand over fist over hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bullwinkle J. Moose is the greatest football attraction since Patrick Mahomes. Wossamotta U is in the black for the first time in its storied history.
At least we can afford new textbooks.
Yeah, mine are so old they still show the world flat.
You mean it isn't?
So, no new equipment?
Of course, new athletic equipment. We can't afford to offend Coach Canoe.
What about new test tubes for the chemistry lab?
No. We have to draw the line somewhere.
And what of those two heels fat souls, Boris and Natasha?
Yes, what of us, darling?
Natasha, there's only one way to fix the game and beat that idiot Moose.
And that is?
We've got to get our own football team.
And within a few days, Boris had assembled the meanest gang of rascals and rogues in the state, the Mud City Manglers.
Will you look at them, Natasha?
Must I, darling? I just had lunch.
And wait till you meet the coach.
You don't mean...
Alright, team! A little pep up. Last man out of the huddle is the first man dead.
Well, what a team this is for our heroes to face. Almost immediately, the Mud City Manglers, a dreadful band of convicted thugs and killers, coached by Rocky and Bullwinkle's old nemesis, fearless leader, began the scrimmage, and even she had to use a whip.
Alright, we'll try number 17.
1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh, she fumbled the ball again.
Yeah, and I bet she is going to give her a right record.
Nah, I bet she gives her a severe reprimand. You're right. It was just a light reprimand.
Yes, when the team of hired goons and convicted criminals, Fearless Leader was at her best. Or worst.
Listen to me, gentlemen. Play carefully. The life you save may be your own. Think about this every time you go out on the field. Or you'll receive a reprimand. And I'm very good at reprimands. Deadly, in fact!
That's the way to talk, Coach. Let them have it.
If I want your approval, I'll ask for it.
Yes, Fearless Leader.
All right, I'm asking.
We approve, hooray! Moose and Squirrel will be grass stains on the football field soon enough.
Meanwhile, in the Chancellor's office at Wossamotta U.
I got a letter here from a team up I've never heard of. Mounting out to the game on Saturday.
What's the team?
Team Anglers.
They'll pay us $10,000 to play on Saturday?
It's a deal. And in a short while, the news media was aflutter with the news of the big game.
Muncie named Anglers? Never heard of them.
Here's a picture of the team.
How do they look?
Well, they sure got funny-looking helmets on.
Bullwinkle, those are girls!
Yes, to drive the odds even higher, the wily Boris had dressed his entire team in curly wigs and mini blouses.
Bullwinkle, this is terrible!
It is?
What kind of game can you play with girls?
Boy, this really is a children's show, isn't it? Or cheesy, of course.
The photograph caused a sensation. Little did the press know the Mud City Minglers were a vicious gang of thieves, drunkards, and unspeakable jerks.
All right, girls, and I use this term loosely. Time to check your equipment. Shoulder pads.
Check.
Spiked shoes.
Check.
Poison for spiked shoes.
Check.
Switchblade knives.
Check.
Brass knuckles.
Check.
Hand grenades.
Check.
All right. Then we're ready. Just remember one thing.
Yes.
I want you to behave like ladies. Now jumping jacks. Now drop down and give me a million push-ups. Now march.
Wossamotta, hats off to you. To thy college we'll ever love you. We will e'er be faithful and true. Hail Wossamotta, hail. Better we should be in jail. Hail Wossamotta U. Hey!
Well, the day finally arrived in the stirring strains of the college fight song herald the big game between Wossamotta U and Boris Badenov's Mud City Minglers. On the way to the football field, Boris and Natasha dashed into Smiley Manning's illegal betting parlor.
Okay, Manning, what's the odds on the big conflict?
World War III. 6-5 and odds pickup.
I'll take me some of that. I'll bet all this on the Mud City.
And I'll bet this.
Fearless Leader, where did you get all that loot?
The Pennsylvania Treasury. You carry the treasury wherever you go? You don't think I'd leave it with those crooks in the government, do you?
Who says you can't take it with you?
All right, boys. You gotta bet, but you're throwing your money away.
I hope he's wrong and you're right, Badenov, because there's something else I always carry with me.
A cheery smile.
No! My own firing squad.
Oh boy, Natasha, we really gotta make sure of this one.
But Boris, we already got the fiendish plan to kill the moose.
This time, our fiendish plan will have a fiendish plan.
Come on, Bullwinkle, it's time to lock for the game.
Just a sec, Rook, I'm studying these new plays.
Why? The only play you know is the forward pass.
And that's why I'm the all-back.
Quarterback.
All right, Moose, you're quarterback.
Boo.
Oh, come on, fellas. Even the Meese can beat a team full of schoolgirls. They can be 10 laps around the field. Go! But as we know, though the mud city mongers were all disguised as girls. Actually, they were a bunch of thugs and uglies with faces only mothers would love.
But Boris, suppose the moose remembers all the plays.
What plays? I got the only other copy of the diagrams here.
Then what was he studying?
The diagrams I substituted for them.
Which were?
For 3 weeks, they must have been studying new battle plans for the Civil War.
Well, it looks like the South may rise again. There was no turning back now. There really was going to be a game between the Mud City Manglers and Wossamotta U.
What's more, Bullwinkle is now our quarterback.
What's more, these are the plays we're gonna play.
What's more, they're the wrong plays.
What's more, indeed, Boris Badenov had switched the diagrams, and now the hapless moose was going over the set of battle plans from the Civil War. Meanwhile, in the locker room, the Mud City Manglers.
If your opponent walks off the field on his own powder, it means 20 lashes. All right, girls, take the field.
The teams lined up and Wossamotta kicked to the Manglers.
Down, say it.
Instantly, there was a huddle, and when they broke, nobody appeared to have a ball.
Who are we supposed to tackle?
Come on, which of you girls has the ball?
What do you think I am, a rat?
Yes.
Touchdown! And just like that, the Mud City Manglers are on the board.
No, wait, Mr. Referee, that didn't really count 6 points.
Of course it did, Rocky. It actually counted 7.
With the referee intimidated, the Mud City Manglers had their way.
Down, say it.
Bullwinkle, we can't win.
Oh, you'll be lucky to lose.
Bullwinkle, look at this.
By golly, Rock, you scalped the scumbag.
Scalped nothing. This is a wig. Bullwinkle, they're not girls at all.
Oh, darn.
What's the matter?
They asked me if I wanted to get my nails done later.
Anyway, it's our ball.
Look at their defensive line.
They've got trenches.
And they've got guns.
Mr. Referee, how about calling a penalty?
Oh, I will, Rocky. 30 yards against Wossamotta for delay of game.
Don't you have any courage?
Yes, I do. But I also have a wife and kitties.
And with the seconds creeping down to the end of the game, it looked like defeat for our heroes and triumph for Boris Badenov and the Mud City Manglers, who took aim at our heroes and prepared to fire. There was nothing civil about it.
Hit the deck, Bullwinkle!
Retreat! Retreat!
And as Rocky and Bullwinkle dodged round after round of bullets, they retreated to the locker room where doom and gloom was written on every face.
If only they hadn't stolen our football plays.
But we've got these plays in their place.
That's a good idea, Bullwinkle. Instead of using the normal football plays, we'll use the battle. If the Manglers can use battle plans on the gridiron, why can't we?
Why can't we?
Bullwinkle, you've done it again.
Come up with a brilliant plan and all that?
Yes, sir.
I just have one question. What is that plan?
It's right here. Instead of using the normal football plays, we'll use the battle plans for the Civil Wars instead.
And so, when the whistle blew for the second half of the game, it was a strange team that emerged from the Wossamotta U dressing room. With almost military precision, Bullwinkle, the defensive lineman, took to the field. The ball was snapped, and was then when Bullwinkle commanded,
By the right flank, ho!
the game started up again, but this time the Mud City Manglers were no match for the military genius of Bullwinkle. In one great flanking motion, the Wossamotta team turned the entire Mangler line and swept down the field.
What direction are you running, Corporal?
South, of course.
Well, these plans call for us to run march toward them Tatum.
Bullwinkle, no!
And Bullwinkle immediately began dashing towards the goal line. Don't miss the historical conclusion to our story. Bullwinkle buys the fence, or Pickett's charge!
high atop New York City in a luxury penthouse of perhaps the most famous soldier of fortune the world has ever known. Me. Well, now that you're here, we might as well get to know each other. My name is Peabody. I suppose you know yours. You may be wondering about this contraption. It belongs to Sherman. He's my boy. Here's Sherman. Here, boy. Shake hands. Say hello.
Hello.
Smart as a whip, isn't he? Now about this amusing little gadget. It begins with me. As a youth, I was just an average genius. The puppy prodigy, they called me. I graduated Harvard, top the heap, of course. I studied foreign languages. I speak 8 languages fluently. All at once, that is. After a few research projects for the government, I dabbled in the stock market, where I was known as the Wolf of Wall Street. But I felt something was missing in my life, so I made up my mind to get a boy. I searched high and low, but couldn't find one to meet my high standards. Then one day, while watching some boys go about their innocent play, I spotted Sherman. My heart went out to him, since I'm always one for the underboy. I dismissed the offending young scallywags in an uncharacteristic fashion. Arrgh! He followed me home. He was not at all what I was looking for. Oh, he looked at me with those big brown eyes, but I was firm. I took him home. Is this where you live?
Yep, home sweet home all my life.
Where have you been, you little brat?
Just visiting.
Get back in here.
One moment, ma'am.
What do you want? What?
The name, ma'am, is Peabody, and I intend to adopt this boy.
I'll see you in court.
Naturally, the newspapers made a big to-do about it.
Listen to this, Mr. Peabody. Dog to adopt orphan. Doggy wants to be daddy.
Of course, I was investigated thoroughly. My background was unimpeachable. Ultimately, we got our day in court. The judge took sympathy for Sean's plight, but it wasn't before some blowback from the orphanage.
But he's not fit to bring up a boy. In fact, he's not even a person at all.
Your Honor, I'd consider that an excellent recommendation. And with that, I finally got Sherman.
This court can see no reason why if a boy can have a dog, then a dog can have a boy.
Daddy!
Sherman, let's get one thing clear. I will never submit to be addressed by that ridiculous name. You will simply call me Mr. Peabody, or in speaking informally, Peabody.
Yes, Mr. Peabody.
So that was that. But I soon found it impossible to raise a boy in an apartment. Guppies, yes, but a boy, no. They need some running room. So I built this for Sherman's birthday. Happy birthday, Sherman.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Peabody. Well, what is it?
Well, actually it's a time machine. I call it a Wayback. Simply turn it on, flip this switch, step in, and here you are, or really.
Wow, Mr. Peabody, what is this place? The grass is so tall, and there's so much sky!
It appeared the Wayback had indeed provided Sherman with ample running room. It appears we are in the year 1878, and if I don't miss my guess, yes, sweet prairie breezes. We are no doubt in the Great Plains of western Kansas. Curious, you could run all the way to the horizon and still have room for your youthful hijinks. Trouble is, there doesn't seem to be anyone to play with but deer and antelope.
Look, Mr. Peabody, there's a lady in distress. We should help her.
My dear lady, what has happened to your dress? It's peppered with holes.
Arrows! I was sweeping the dirt out of my sod house when 2 Indians rode up and nearly cooked my goose. I suggest finding a safe place if you know what's good for you.
Oh, I have a splitting headache.
Look, Mr. Peabody, there's an arrow sticking right through the man's head.
A rather astute observation, Sherman. Sir, do you require some medical assistance?
Which one of you is the doctor? I see 1, 2, no, 3 doctors.
Pa here was changing a wagon wheel axle when them 2 Indians rode up and put an arrow straight through his head. Now how's he supposed to sleep on his side? That's what I want to know.
These indigenous rogues certainly seem out for vengeance. Sherman, we should tread with caution. Ma'am, what were the origins of these 2 men who assaulted you?
Cheyenne, I believe.
Northern.
I heard they were on the warpath, but I was just minding my own business.
Sherman, should we encounter these 2, I want you to produce this on my signal.
But Mr. Peabody, what good is a vacuum sweeper against bows and arrows?
Sir, in what direction were these 2 Native American gentlemen headed?
That way. No, that way. Actually, it was both ways.
Come on, Sherman, we're bound to find them sooner or later. and after walking a winding creek, we stumbled upon them watering their horses. Sirs, excuse me, sirs. My name is Peabody, and this is my boy Sherman. Now about the recent violent activities that have been going on in this quiet valley.
No peace. Take boy prisoner. Make warrior.
But I'm no warrior, I'm just a boy.
Keep cute little donkey as pet.
Listen, gentlemen, I have a much more lucrative proposition.
No peace treaty.
We return to homeland.
Listen, gentlemen, there's no need for violence, not one opportunity knocks. Sherman, behold, a feat of modern engineering and household hygiene, the vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum?
Cleaner?
Think of that poor lowly spinster whose dress you dotted with arrowheads. She is in need of a decent vacuum cleaner. This land is so dry and dusty, surely many of the rugged pioneers that have settled here are in need of a hearty vacuum cleaner. Think of the capital you would be making.
You say this bring us lots of money, cute little doggy?
The name, sir, is Peabody. Mr. Peabody, if you don't mind.
Then we can make fortune.
But what if she refuses?
Simply turn it on.
This is the greatest invention of mankind! I'll put that dust out of our sign, Pa!
Turn that thing off.
How much did you say it was?
$3.50 and 1 beaver pelt.
Wow, Mr. Peabody, you managed to save those people's lives.
There are many lessons that can be learned from history, even better when you can patch up the rough parts along the way. Eh, Sherman? Back to the Wayback Machine. And in a flash of lights and whirl of machinery, we transported back to, you guessed it, our home on the range.
That was so much fun, Mr. Peabody. Where are we to go next? Blackbeard the pirate, King Arthur, the sinking of the Titanic?
If there's one thing that I've learned from time travel, it is best to fully submit to one's natural nocturnal rhythms.
What do you mean, Mr. Peabody?
A nap is just the thing. Good night, Sherman.
Mr. Peabody?
Yes, Sherman, what
that
is
was
it?
the nicest present I've ever received.
Yes, Sherman, no doubt about it. I think every dog should have a boy.
What's the matter? Hats off to you. To thy college will ever love you. We will e'er be faithful and true. Hail, what's the matter him? Better we should be in jail. Hail, what's the matter you? Hey!
Halftime at the big game, and things looked a little brighter for our boys when Rocky decided to play the game according to some old battle plans from the Civil War. But even this idea backfired when Bullwinkle decided to take the plan seriously.
What direction are we heading?
South, of course!
You mean south?
Yes, south, so what?
Well, these plans call for us to march north, so north it is.
And with flags flying, Bullwinkle began running towards his own goal line.
Again?
Disaster was imminent, but as fate would have it, the clock suddenly marked the end of the quarter.
What seems to be the trouble, Badenov?
Now the team changed goals. Most is now running in the right direction.
Kill the moves!
Yes, at that moment, Bullwinkle dashed to the end zone for a touchdown!
Hooray, that's 6 points!
But the referee, who was under some pressure, decided...
3 points.
3 points?
You're playing an all-girls team.
Bullwinkle, we can't win!
That's the job.
Sir, you wouldn't want to take advantage of a lady, would you?
But you're not a lady.
Sir, use a cab.
Oh!
$5 against Wossamotta for insulting a lady.
But that puts us behind your own goal line. That's a touchback.
Right. 3 points for Mud City.
3 points?
We could have some points for being girls.
Bullwinkle, we can't win.
That's the general idea, Squirrel.
Who are you?
I'm the leader of the all-girls team. I'm the Napoleon of the gridiron.
Yeah, but those are really girls.
I know that. And you know that. But does the referee know that?
Do you know that?
All I know is the fellow behind me has a gun pointed straight towards my 50-yard line.
That's it! Ladies or no ladies, this is war!
Charge!
And it was! The next 10 minutes, Wossamotta U replayed the entire last 2 years of the Civil War!
1 minute, folks, this will be just standing in a jiffy.
Just before the final buzzer sounded, Rocky flashed into the air.
Someone won't be needing one any minute.
Hokey smokes! That's not a football!
The bombs are right past it and exploded!
Hey! Where's Bullwinkle?
You called?
Hurry, Bullwinkle! There's only a couple seconds left!
Yes, time to pull the smoke and flame that covered the gridiron. Now Bullwinkle lose the football in his grasp.
Now what do we do? Badenov, our team has gone completely kaput.
Relax, fearlessly. Landmine, see? I mine the whole end zone.
The moose will finally be turned into minced moose meat.
Boris, Natasha, I like how we do it around. You're my kind of evil. We're on our way up, and you're going with me.
Boris, darling, where did you say the landmines were again?
According to the diagrams, if we just step a little to the left here, and...
So you had landmines in the end zone the whole time?
It's like you said, fearless leader. We're on our way up, and I'm coming with you.
Boris, hold me.
But honey man, I thought you said you loved to fly.
As the trio of baddies flew across the sky and back to whence they came, Bullwinkle sped to the goal line and scored the winning point without touching a single landmine.
You did it, Bullwinkle! I don't know how you did it, but you did it!
What did I do?
You saved the university from ruin and started and won the second Civil War all before the fourth quarter.
Well, I did all that.
Yes, sir!
Furthermore, on behalf of Wossamotta University, we hereby confer upon you our highest degree, an honorary doctorate. You are now Dr. Bullwinkle J. Moose, Doctorate of Footballology.
Oh, shit, folks. All this celebrating is making me hungry.
Salami souffle, anyone?
Hooray!
What's the matter you?
What's the matter you? What's the matter you? Hooray indeed! And so we come to the end of another fun-filled episode of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
How did I do, Rocky?
You are sensational, Bullwinkle! I bet all those people in the audience are going to go home and tell all their friends about you, and maybe even come back again!
Okay, folks, for our final trick this evening.
Oh, no, not this again.
What's the matter?
Last time you did that trick, you pulled a tiger out of your hat, and before that, a grizzly bear!
Just go along with it, Rocky. Nothing up my sleeve and presto,